Wow, what a beautiful day in early June. For us, this is a real treat to have beautiful days like this that are absolutely perfect for flying. It's still cool, and that means that flying is so much smoother, easier liftoff. Density altitude is just perfect for flying. So, just to give you an idea of what a beautiful place we have, we are at Lillooet Lake. Lillooet Lake is roughly 45 minutes to the northwest of Whistler, and it's about 2.5 hours from Vancouver, British Columbia. So there's my Super Petrel. We're gonna get ready for some new adventure, flying to a lake today that I've never been to, flying past a mountain pass I haven't flown past. And I'm gonna record it for you so that you get to see
So here we are, June the 7th, 2024. What an amazingly beautiful day. And as I had started at the introduction, today we're going to go exploring. So I'm going to a lake the first time, so we are departing our lake, which is Lillooet Lake, which is roughly 45 minutes from Whistler and about 2.5 hours from Vancouver. And so I'm going to fly from here to a lake, Alpine Lake. It's called Phantom Lake. Phantom Lake has been very popular with a lot of floatplane pilots. Let's get the gear up first. Okay, gear is up. Just look at this beautiful scenery and this beautiful day. What a privilege today to be able to do this. It's early in the season, it's cool, it's calm, there are no winds. It's going to be a perfect day for flying in these beautiful mountains and into Alpine lakes. So this lake that we're flying to today, Phantom Lake, it's about 40 minutes from here. On the way, I'm going to video some of the beautiful glaciers that I'm going to fly past. And yeah, so it's going to be a new one, and hope you can join me on this one. So you can join me for takeoff. All the pre-checks are done. Wheels are up. It should be up on the step right now, very, very quickly. It's cool, and I'm quite light. So 40 knots. And here we are at 50, and liftoff is so nice and easy on a day like today. So I'm going to climb to, yeah, I think about 5,500. That will give us the best view for the glaciers. So here I am at 3,500 feet. I will level off at 3,500 for now. We're just at the end of Lillooet Lake and coming into the valley. It's called Pemberton Valley. It's a beautiful valley. Some nice communities here, of course, the town of Pemberton. And on your 1 o'clock, you will see Pemberton Airport. So it used to be an airport. I used to fly in there all the time. But now that I can take off on land on water, it's so much easier for me. So I will overfly the airport on my way to Whistler Blackcomb. And again, I'll show that to you. It's a beautiful place, of course, famous for skiing. And then over to some very, very beautiful glaciers after that. Hope it all works out. So here you have a nice view of the Pemberton Valley and the airport. Hope you can see it. And of course you see the beautiful mountains around us here and the snow and the glaciers that are still on there. So as it warms up throughout the season, of course, a lot of the snow is going to start melting. But for now, it's spectacular. And right now, there's no activity at this airport. It's generally on a day like today, later on they'll start pulling paragliders up, and it'll get a bit busier. This valley tends to have quite a bit of turbulence later on in the day as it heats up. For now, it's beautiful. So I'm at 4,500 feet right now, and on our way to Whistler, you can see some of the mountains straight ahead of us, and I'll just do a little turn for you here, and you're going to see some of the glaciers that are basically year-round, and once we get a little bit closer to Whistler, you'll see the mountains that basically have snow pretty well all year, and there's
select landing.
Sorry about that. Jenny's reminding me about my
water landing. Okay.
So there you can see a beautiful glacier, and so there's heli skiing that happens from Whistler Blackcomb. I'm not sure exactly which of these mountains they fly to, but it's very popular here. And of course, Whistler Blackcomb is world renowned for its wonderful slopes. So you can see some of them ahead already, and the peak that is on the right-hand side of the slopes, that is called Garibaldi Black Tusk. So it's a Garibaldi Park, and Black Tusk is in that park. And I need to fly around a restricted flight zone for the park. We're not supposed to fly through the park. So anyways, that gives you a little bit of a view of our beautiful mountains here. Straight ahead is Whistler Mountain. The ski runs that you see, that is Whistler, and at your 11 o'clock, so right over on your left here, that is Blackcomb. Very, very popular, and right below us here is the beautiful city of Whistler with Green Lake right in front of us. So beautiful valley that we have here. Again, some of the beautiful mountains with snow on them.
Select landing. Water landing, okay.
She's very persistent when I change altitude. She always wants to make sure that the gear is in the right position.
Select landing.
So here you see...
water landing, okay.
Sorry about that. Here you see Whistler, community of Whistler, Blackcomb. You see all the runs. It's obviously June now, so most of the snow is melted. However, there's still heli skiing up on the top. And then over here you see Whistler Mountain with all the runs that they have. Very famous. Connected by a cable car. Both sides are connected with a cable car. That was done for the Winter Olympics in 2010. And you can see there's Black Tusk, and then beautiful snow-capped mountains all the way around. So there you can see Black Tusk. Black Tusk is inside the Garibaldi National Park, and there are some trails that go up, and some hikers, of course, take that trail. It's supposed to be quite a hike. I haven't done it. And next to it, you can see Garibaldi Mountain, all glacier. And below us here, you can see a lake. It is a dammed lake. It's used for, obviously, hydropower. And then you can see these beautiful... I'm sorry that I'm shaking, but I'm doing this freehand, so you can see these beautiful...
Select landing.
You can see these beautiful glaciers that stay here all year.
Select landing.
Well, she's persistent today.
Water landing, okay.
So you can see these glaciers, also quite famous. People will stop along the highway and take pictures. It's a very, very beautiful drive, all the way from Vancouver to Whistler. And so these are quite famous mountains here. Here you can see Garibaldi Lake. It's still half frozen. So it's early June, still half frozen, and you can see the water coming down in the creek here. Beautiful sight to see. So now we're coming up on the city of Squamish. Squamish sits right on the Pacific Ocean, and so we're going to come to the Pacific Ocean and do a right-hand turn up the valley towards a lake called Phantom Lake. Again, you can see the beautiful valley, and of course, all around us, the glaciers. So I'll turn it back on when I'm over the ocean in a few minutes.
Southwest Airways, Service 5207, we're 1,000 for action, climb 2,000,
So here you can see the city of Squamish on the Pacific Ocean, and there's, of course, the Pacific Ocean heading over to
Gabriel Pass, traffic Cardinal Gulf, the Delta, 1,200 feet over Gabriel Pass, landing Gabriel.
If you take a look right there, you can actually see Vancouver Island. Yeah, it's a beautiful area.
Longview 100 is mid-straight Georgia, northbound for Gower and Squamish up to 1,500 feet.
Beautiful area to fly. So this ahead here is the Squamish Valley. It comes right off of the city of Squamish.
Traffic Longview 100 is 1,500 feet, Paisley Island, northbound for Squamish.
Sorry about that. So anyways, it's northbound from Squamish, so it goes straight north, and I'll be heading up this valley for a little while and then making a left-hand turn towards Phantom Lake. There's the kind of sights that you see when you're up high. You can see beautiful glacier lakes like this. They just, this one's obviously still half frozen, and they come right off the glacier. So, nice close-up of some of the glaciers here. So I'm right now at 6,700 feet. Obviously, I will need to descend because the lake that I'm flying to is at 3,200, but I do have to cross a couple of ridges to get there, so I'm going to stay up nice and high. It's a little cool up here, as you can imagine, but yeah, it should get very nice today on the lake. So there's Phantom Lake, way down there. It's going to be quite an approach. It's my first time here, so I'm going to have to fly over it and check to make sure there's no debris on the lake and check for wind. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's see how high this lake is, just make sure that I can do this with my 100 horsepower that I have. I will overfly here for a while. It looks like a beautiful lake. Beautiful for fishing, I would think. But it's going to be a very interesting approach and very interesting landing, that's for sure.
Well, here I am on Phantom Lake. What a beautiful spot. It's right below the glacier. There's no one else here but me at this point. Maybe somebody will fly in a bit later. You can only access this by plane. It's at 3,200 feet elevation. And it's an absolutely stunning day, and I'm going to hook up my fishing line and just see if there are some fish in this lake. Alpine Lake in the beautiful mountains of British Columbia. I'll just give you a bit more of a view here.
On Phantom Lake, and we're gonna take off and head back towards home base Lillooet Lake. I'll leave this video on because the scenery is just so beautiful. This lake is quite long for a small lake. So I have quite a good distance here for takeoff. So look at that, isn't that beautiful? At 40. Coming up on 50. And we are airborne. Heading straight towards the glacier here. I hope you can see that. I'm about 400 feet over the lake right now, so nice long distance for takeoff. Makes it quite safe. And I'm just going to do a little turn here. You're going to see some of the waterfalls coming off the glacier. Beautiful valley down below. So first time at this lake today was a very good experience. A little bit more difficult to fly in than I expected. But once I had flown over it a number of times, I realized that there was a very easy approach from this valley right here. So I'll remember that for the future. And this valley, of course, I'm going to have to go up quite high to get over top of a couple of mountain ridges. I'm going to try to go back a different way to see if there's the mountain range is lower. I came over here from the right hand side, and I have to be at 6,500 feet to clear that ridge. I think this ridge here is more like 5,500 feet. We'll see. If nothing else, I can always turn around and go back the other way that I came, but it's always good to find the best possible way to fly into these places. In the meantime, you get to see the beautiful scenery. Yeah, so no, it'll be no problem at 5,500 feet to cross this ridge. But we'll see whether that will connect me with the Squamish Valley. I think it will, actually, according to my four-flight program. That'll be nice to know, so next time I can come over here at 5,500, I don't have to climb so high. So we're at 5,400 now. Yeah, we have a good distance, so 5,500 will be pretty safe. So I'm just gonna activate my constant speed prop and slow down a bit here. Drop the RPM. Get maximum fuel economy and maximum speed.
Covered.
So there's Squamish Valley ahead of us. Squamish River. So we're going to follow that valley all the way over to Squamish. So I'm going to do a right-hand turn here. Once I'm past this glacier. So there you can see Squamish Valley and the river, and it heads right into the Pacific Ocean. So this is kind of its last leg. Now this river is quite popular for whitewater rafting. They do have, in the summertime, they have quite a bit of activity here, as well as a lot of hiking and climbing activity. So if you ever need to go to a beautiful place to be adventurous, you come to Squamish. That's the place to come to.
Yeah, Pemberton traffic, helicopter Robinson, November, Lima Delta. We are Pemberton Meadows and at 2,000, and we're westbound for Meager.
So here we have return to...
traffic, jump lane, Go Bravo, Uniform Sierra 10-5. Just 3 nautical mile east from the field, and we got eye on the plane that's over Lewis Lake. Just looking for the 172 that was doing a shuttle descent to make sure we're clear for a parachute drop.
The aircraft doing the shuttle descent is 172 Golf Zulu Tango India, currently descending to 4,500. We'll be joining a right downwind for 24.
So here we have the approach to Lillooet Lake.
That's Go Bravo, Uniform Sierra, and is that a full stop for you guys?
Affirmative, full stop, Zulu Tango India.
Thank you, we'll be waiting for you guys.
I'm sorry about that radio blabber at Pemberton Airport. They're dropping, they're at 10,500 right now, and they're going to drop a whole bunch of parachutes out there. So I'm just past that area, so I'm completely clear. So here's Lillooet Lake, and now you can see it from the
If anyone could pause me with the order
from the west end. How beautiful of an approach it is, and you can see the mountain range all around us. And also ahead you can see the place that I call home, which is Lillooet Lake Estates. And I'm going to start descending. I'm right now coming down to 3,300 feet, and the lake is at 660 feet, so I got to drop quite a bit yet before I can do my approach. But this gives you a really beautiful view of the place that I call home. So I'm descending fairly quickly here, getting ready for landing on the lake. It's very, very smooth, and so it's very difficult to land in this kind of situation.
Select landing.
Especially with the sun right in my eyes, but
Water landing, okay.
we'll try to make the best of it here.
Traffic Zulu Tango India, turning right base 24, full stop.
Well, there we go. That was about as smooth as it gets. I'll just taxi over to our home base here. And today with this beautiful weather here.
On final 445.
Landing gear down. There's a very tricky part to my flying because, as you watched other videos before, it's a very tight fit. I made myself marks on the ramp that tells me exactly where I need to be so I don't hit the posts on the side with the wing. Anyways, you get to watch it with me. Here we are, back to home base. I hope you enjoyed that.